Can you say hi? Say hi. Welcome to this week at Accidental Stay at Home Dad. This week we'll be focusing on the social pillar. We've gone through the intellectual pillar so far, and in the following weeks we will cover the physical and spiritual pillar of what we base our parenting on. I like to break it into those four pieces so it's a little bit more bite-sized than just what parenting as a whole stand for. Wylder, don't you head towards the edge of the garage. Number one rule for raising your kids in a social mind frame. You are the absolute role model. What you say and what you do, they will follow and they will do like a parrot. So you have to make sure that you're holding yourself accountable and living to the standard that you want them to live at. Wylder, where are you going? Now with the number one rule out of the way, there's about 5 more things I like to cover when I'm talking socially. So that first thing is interact with everything. You can't make up an opinion, you can't have an idea about something or someone without actually interacting with them and developing that experience on your own. So when I say everything, I mean nature, I mean people, I mean different cultures. Really get involved with your community and learn about them. And show your kid who's moving the camera at fun angles that you can do this as well. Remember, back to rule number 1, you are the role model. With this, do it at your pace. There are going to be things that you interact with that you don't agree with and you do agree with. I apologize for the earthquake. Wylder has found the tripod. But like I said, there are going to be things that you agree with and you don't agree with. You need to be there with your kid, walking them through it so you can show them your opinion and why you believe that. Now, moving right along, we move into empathy. Empathy is key, and empathy is defined by Merriam-Webster as the action of understanding, being aware of, being sensitive to, and vicariously experiencing the feelings, thoughts, and experience of another. Now I know I don't vicariously experience emotions and feelings of others very often. It's just not something innate to my being. But I do know that I can make sure to make the assumption that I don't know what someone else is going through. I usually like to think of empathy as something that you use a lot when someone's being rude to you, or when someone's going through a hard time. You're there for them, you can love on them, but sometimes a lot of people are just rude to you and they're going through a hard time and they don't tell you and you have no idea why they're being rude to you. So taking that step back, really turning the cheek and just showing them love, because you have no idea what other people are going through, so you might as well love on them and show them you still care about them even through the hardest times they're going through. Following empathy, I think one of the big key aspects of it, and the aspect of just showing someone you care about what they're saying and what they're doing, is eye contact. Eye contact really shows that you're focusing in on what someone is saying and what they're doing, their body language, as well as just a huge sign of respect. Now culturally it may change between cultures. As for this one, it's always been a sign of respect to me, but we can definitely educate ourselves between cultures and change and be patient with those, learning that it's a big thing in ours. Now the next one is a doozy, manners. This is a big one for me. I was raised by a military brat, so yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am was huge, and it's very important to me as well. It's not hard to just show those little signs of respect through yes, no, please, thank you. And with manners, taking it the step further with how can I help? What do you need from me? Oh, you want this? Yes, and there's a lot of phrases that come with manners to make an environment and a place that you're visiting much better. And I think manners, when we talk about socializing, manners play a big part in play dates. Play dates are important. Yeah, come over here, Wylder. Play dates are important because it gives you a chance, the time to socialize and work with another kid, play with another kid, wrestle around, love on each other, plays, all sorts of games and stuff like the piano. Oh, it's off. There you go. Like the piano and fun things like that. So, oh yeah, you can play it on my shoulder. I'll hold it. So, oh, we'll throw it off. So, like I was saying, playdates are important for socializing, learning how your child interacts, things that set them off, things that don't. You'll probably learn that, oh, a child gets something from me that I wish he wouldn't have, and I wish he would have taken more after mom. I'm looking forward to those moments for me to tell him my flaws, be vulnerable with him and show him that he can be so much better than the things I struggle with, and here's how I've gotten through them or still working through them, and he can take it to the next level. But playdates are key, because that's where you can really see if your kid can do manners for other people outside of your own family. This is important because you don't want it just to be in your family. You want it to be, he does this with everyone, with the neighbors, with his friends' parents. And it's an easy way just to check in with their parents, ask how he was, how he did, know something my parents did. And it was a way to reward me with getting more playdates, trusting me to go to more of my friends' houses, as well as reward me with something sweet every time then. I know this kid will love ice cream if he takes after both of his parents, which he definitely is so far when it comes to sweets. Finally, with social expectations and just how things happen socially, there can be a lot of great, amazing times where you see your kid shine. But there can also be, that's a little annoying, there can also be oh, that was my knee. There can also be times where things socially don't go well. Bullying is a big thing. Now in this technological era, you can hide behind accounts. Yeah, I turned it off because it was loud. I'll turn it back on in a second. You can hide behind all sorts of different technological accounts, walls, social media. It's just an easy way to target people. So with this, being there for him, working through any sort of situation that comes, showing him that he is loved completely and wholly by his mom and dad, as well as how to respond to these criticisms, knowing that he is loved, and just love is the biggest thing, heard, and that anything that's happening that he can work through, or that we can help, or we can just be there to encourage him. We need to be there for him during these tough times. It's not something that I want him to feel like he has to do alone, but it's something that if I died a couple days later after teaching him this, I know he could get through it. So really, each day, live it like it's your last. The earthquake is back. Live it like it's your last, and make sure that your child is set up that if you vanish tomorrow, they would be able to really be there for themselves. Now Wylder is 13 months, so I'm hoping that I last longer than just tomorrow, but for those who have older kids, you know what I mean. Now, I just want to say thank you for joining us for the social pillar. We'll jump into the physical pillar next week. If you like what you heard, like and subscribe, and we'll have you join us for the next episode. Until then, enjoy the shorts of Wylder just living his wild life.